Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth, and today I thought one or two of you had asked if I would do a video kind of as to what I brought on holidays with me, because I'm just back from holidays. We went away for, Pete was off for 2 weeks, so we kind of went up northwest for a couple of nights up to Achill Island, and then we went down southwest to Cork, and we went over to Waterford for a night as well. And yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely while we were there, but unfortunately while we were there my aunt passed away, so we had to come home a bit early and for the funeral and that. So that was a sad way to end the holidays, but up to that it was doing lovely. And look, at the same woman would want you to have the best time ever. She was an absolute champion of a woman. 97 years old. I just realised I have no ring light on. She was 97 years old, which, I mean, come on, like 97. Yeah, she was a character, so we'll miss her. But it kind of brought the holidays to a screeching halt. And then when we got home, my little doggy is sick again, so I have him going to the vet this evening. So life has come crashing back in fairly swiftly after the holidays, but while we were there, thoroughly enjoyed it. So anyway, a few had asked if I would show what I brought with me on my holidays, so I said sure, why not? I will do that. So I thought first I'd show you what I brought them in. So this is what I brought my brushes and kind of tools and stuff in. So it's this lovely little one that folds out. You can put some brushes here, and then inside here you've loads of room for brushes as well. I actually picked this up in Primark about 2 years ago, and I've never seen it since. They brought out something similar, but it was very plasticky and very cheap, whereas this actually feels quite high quality considering it was only a few euros, like €5 or €6. But it's fantastic for my brushes. I absolutely love it. So that, and then this, I think I picked this, yeah, it's Tender Love and Carry, I don't know. I got it in TK Maxx over here in Ireland, so I think you call it TJ Maxx in the States, so it's TK Maxx, yeah. So this is what it looks like, and it is a zip. We open it up, and you can hang it up. You have a little part here that you can have sort of keep kind of cotton buds and stuff like that in there, and then you have two sections. So usually I keep my skincare here and my makeup here, and you have a little pocket at the back as well if you have anything that you want to kind of keep separate in there. So this is so handy because you can hang it up as well on the back of the bathroom door wherever you are, or you know, whatever. And I love that it's separated, that you zip compartments. So that's what they were in. So I'll start with my cream products first. Now I won't lie, I bring too much. I always do. I think every time that I've cut it back loads. No, I haven't. And even this time there were still products I didn't use. It is what it is. First thing I brought was the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for a superstar youth glow. Yeah, I know. Mine is in the shade 3 Light Medium. So I like this both under my foundation as a cream highlighter, or just on its own. If I'm not really wanting to be putting on much makeup, I'll pop this on, a bit of brown mascara, a bit of regular mascara, and lip balm, and off I go. So yeah, that got a good bit of use out of me. It's nearly gone. Don't know what I'm going to do when it is gone, but anyway. I brought two foundations with me. So one is lighter. It's the NYX Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil. So I like this because, like, you know what I mean, it is quite light. So if you don't want to be, you know, very heavily made up, so during the day you just want to look pretty but not, you know, like you're going out in the town, this is perfect for that. I really enjoy that. I have mine in True Beige Buff, and it's a good colour match for me. And because it's tinted, even when I'm tanned with that, it still comes out lovely because it just works. You know what I mean? It's light enough that it blends and you don't notice the difference. The other one I brought was in my Project Pan, but it's also one that I really enjoy. It's Max Factor Miracle Touch Skin Perfecting Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid and SPF 30 in Golden 75. So that's it there, and that's what it looks like inside. Bit of a spoiler from my Team Project Pan, but there you go. And this is just a bit more intense coverage. So, you know, you are going out in the town and you do want to look a bit more made up, then this is lovely for that. And concealer wise then, the only thing I use now at the moment really is this Becca Under Eye Corrector, which I absolutely love. And of course I only discovered it this year just as Becca decided that they're up in sticks and they're finishing up, but sure, it is what it is. If anybody can recommend something cruelty free and similar to this, please tell me. I'd love to know, because I really enjoy that. I know I said I don't use concealer, but I use concealer on my eyelids. So this is what I'm using at the moment, is the Revlon Color Stay. And this is it here. And then for my bronzer, I brought what happens to be one of my favourites at the moment. It's the Milk Makeup Bronzer in Baked, Matte Bronzer in Baked. And this is what this one looks like. So really lovely product. I'm really enjoying using this. I have to say, I only bought it this year after seeing it being hyped for so long. And I don't know, it was a Beauty Bay, someone had 20% off, and I thought, right, that's your sign to go and get it. And I really do enjoy it. I think it's lovely. I brought 2 cream blushes, because, you know, who wants to bring one? I brought, but see, the thing is that they're different colours. So there is, you know, reason to my madness. The Flower Blush Balm in Pinched, which is this one here. So it's kind of more of a corally orangey kind of shade. I think it gives a lovely kind of a sun-kissed kind of look, nearly sunburnt kind of look, which can be pretty. And the other one I brought then is the Inglot by Mora Elements Collection Luminous Base Cream Blush. So this is on the pinky kind of pinky coral side, more pink than coral, if you know what I mean. So this you know, just give me an option basically, so I could go for the kind of more orangey corally kind of side or the more pinky kind of side. So that's what that was for. And then lastly, in the cream section, I brought this Max Factor Miracle Sculpting Wand speech today, lads, it's just not happening. Highlight Universal. I hate when things are universal, that pisses me off, but there you go. So yeah, it's a lovely, it's actually quite nice. A pity it's not cruelty free. I feel like that about a lot of Max Factor products that I've used in the past. Same with the foundation, it's a pity it's not cruelty free. I would repurchase it, but quite nice. Gives a nice subtle healthy look to the skin, kind of a sheen and a glow, as opposed to a bling and highlight, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's it. That was quite pretty. So that was all my cream products. I'm going to move them back now so I can bring in the rest. So powder products then, I only had a few, not too bad, better than other parts of my collection, but anyway. So first I brought this little blush palette, highlight and blush palette from Catrice called the Luminous or Luminice, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, palette. And this is just beautiful, lads. It's just stunning. So we've got kind of like a corally shade, a golden highlight, and a more kind of subtle highlight. I mean, look at them there, aren't they beautiful? And so pigmented and blendable and pretty and just summery gorgeousness. I bought this last summer and I've loved it ever since. I've used it quite a bit. I know it doesn't look like it, but there is a lot of kind of disturbance in the pan and that. Just really beautiful, really enjoy them. The powder I brought was my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. Dear Lord, someone send help. I cannot speak. Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in One Fair. And being honest, I brought this because it's in my Team Project pan as well. I wanted to get some use out of it. It's by no means a favourite powder of mine, but it does the trick when you're in a pinch. This is a favourite of mine, and again, it's my own fault. I'm always late to the game. It's the same with fashion and stuff like that. Something new in fashion comes out like, I don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. And then, oh, I love it. And it's gone out of fashion, something else come in, I can't get it anymore, it's all gone out of the shops. That's me all out. And the same goes for Becca. I didn't really pay heed to them, if I'm being honest. This is the Becca, you probably can't see it, it's so reflective. This is the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Now I know not everybody loves this. I don't know why, but then again, I don't love a lot of powders that other people love. So for instance, the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, Yoki Joki, never got what the hype was. I actually decluttered it out of my collection a few years back. I mean, that's unheard of. People don't declutter that powder. It's a holy grail. But it was too heavy for me and too cakey looking or something. But this is just so light and so just, oh, I really find it just blurs. I really just focus it under the eyes, across here, kind of and down, and I just find it blurs it so much, and I just think it's so beautiful on the skin. I just love it. So I actually did pick up a backup of this because I just have to have it. I want to pick up a backup of the Under Eye Corrector as well, but nobody seems to have it in stock at the moment, so I think I might be shit out of luck with that one. And then for my bronzer, I brought one that is a favourite. It's the Kika Milano Dark Treasure Baked Bronzer in O2 Bronze Melange. And this is it here. And I love this bronzer, especially in the summertime. It's just a beautiful two-toned marbled bronzer. You've got your kind of lighter colour here and your darker colour here. And I forgot, no, did I still have, yeah, who cares. There's not much in the difference between them, but it's just enough that it kind of tones things down for you a little bit if you don't want to get too bronzed up. And then you can just swirl it all together and it's perfect as well. But it just blends like a dream. It's a beautiful bronzer, really. You might not be able to get this specific one in this packaging because they bring out a limited edition ranges maybe twice a year. I think summer and winter, I think. I could be wrong, there could be more. We don't have Kiko here in Ireland. I got this in France, but I see every year when their collections come out a similar bronzer, so it is something definitely that you could get again. Excuse my some water. We all know that's just a thing that we deal with here on this channel, isn't it? Yes, it is. Next, I think I shall throw stuff on the floor because that's always a good way to go about things. Wouldn't be a video if I didn't. Let's go with the eyebrows first. So I brought the XX Revolution Faux Brow. It's fine, it's not a favourite, but it's in a project pan and I want to use it up. My favourite at the moment is the LA Girl Shady Slim Pencil. I really like that. I think it's a lovely little pencil. And for my brow gel, I brought the Essence Gimme Brow, which is supposedly a dupe of the Benefit Gimme Brow. And it's a fine little one. I have mine, I think, in O2 Brownie Brows. So yeah, that's fine. It's you know, it's a brow gel. I don't know what to say. It can get a tiny bit messy at times because it has those fibres in it, and I don't have a lot of brows for fibres to be attaching to. So it can get a little bit messy on me, so I do have to clean off the brush on it. But it's fine. It does the trick. The mascaras, I brought two mascaras because I always use two. I'll cocktail my mascaras, as you may have seen in previous videos. I like to go in first with a natural bristle wand like this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. Not necessarily a favourite. I don't think I found anything from Charlotte Tilbury apart from the Hollywood Flawless filter that is a favourite, being very frank and honest with you. And then this Catrice one, which is one of those plastic bristly kind of ones. And it's waterproof, so it means that the water situation is curtailed because I just pop this on first, maybe 2 coats of this and then a coat of this, and off we go, happy out, Bob's your uncle. As for eyes, so I kind of brought ones that were in projects and stuff like that because I need to be using them more, because I'm just getting distracted with playing with new stuff, but you know, that's fun too. That's okay, we're allowed to do that. The palette that I brought with me was the Makeup Revolution Soap palette, the first one. So it's the original soap palette, and this is what she looks like on the inside. And I thought this was a very easy one to bring because you can get so many looks out of this. You can get warm, you can get neutral, you can get, you know, go ultra warm with the oranges and the reds and stuff like that. You can go for purples, you can go for greens. You have so many options in this, and I think that's fantastic. Fantastic array of shimmer shades, a fantastic array of deepening up shades and transition shade, you know what I mean? It has everything. In my book, it has everything you could possibly need. I think it's a very well thought out and curated palette actually out of Soph. Her first one was. The subsequent ones maybe aren't as all-rounded, well-rounded. But I suppose she was thinking that if you already had this, you know, and you're a fan of hers, then you have a lot of what you need in this, and then therefore she could play a bit more with the other one. I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses for her. I don't know. I also brought this gorgeous little elf quad because, again, it's in my project, but I really wanted to play more with it anyway. It's the Hot Jalapeno one from elf, and these are just, I love these little palettes. I just think they're fantastic for the price that they are, and you know, the fun that they add to a collection. So like, if you're not mad into colour, you don't want a big huge rainbow palette, you can go and pick up 1 or 2 of these little quads from elf and just inject a little bit of colour into your collection without going stone cracked. And they're so good. They perform so well. I'm so impressed with these. I have to say, I love these little palettes. And I also brought 2 Super Shock shadows with me. I brought Castute, I think it is, yeah. So that's this one here. So it's a bit of a sparkly topper. I kind of wore it on its own a couple of times, just as a little something on the lids. And the other one I brought then is Dream Lover, which is beautiful purple as well. It's in my 50 Shades of Purple, but it's a gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Love that shade. So that's the eyes. Oh, and I brought the NYX glitter primer as well, just if I wanted to make sure that everything popped. Didn't actually use it, but you know, brought it just in case I needed it. You don't know, you might need these things. Better to bring 30 million and not need them than, you know, bring nothing and need it all. We will pop on to lips next. So I brought 3 lip liners because, you know, again, we brought a pink one, which is the Wet n Wild gel lip liner, lovely lip liner. We brought a kind of a browny nudie one, which is the Marc Jacobs one. That's the shade of it there. And we brought TMO from Suzanne Jackson, a really vibrant kind of orangey red shade. So those are the 3 lip liners. So we have pink, orangey red, and a kind of a nudie shade. I felt like that kind of covered all bases. And then more or less the same with the lipsticks then. I brought the same lipstick from Suzanne Jackson, that kind of corally red. I also brought the Liquid Matte Kiss Proof, long lasting and intense colour from Primark, kind of that corally red as well, just for kind of, you know, if I was wearing masks or that, it'd be handy for underneath. And also this Megalast stained glass lip gloss in, God only knows, Kiss My Glass. And a really lovely bright pink shade. And this is another one of those magical products that I don't understand, where it is a lip gloss, but you put it on, you let it dry, it stays glossy, but it acts like a liquid lipstick. I don't understand how they do it. It is magical and I love it. And I brought 2 little lip glosses then. I brought this one from Primark, a plump and gloss, plumping lip gloss. There isn't much plumping involved in it, but it's just a very nudie kind of bronzy colour that goes lovely over the nude lipstick, and it's very minimal. And then this one is a bit more glossy. It's the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. So just kind of more on the pinkier side. For over the pink lip liner. And finally, last but not least, I brought a setting spray. So I brought, because this is small and handy, I brought the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. This little guy here, not a massive fan. I don't think it's as good as the Urban Decay All Nighter. Didn't find that it made any major lasting effects on my makeup. But yeah, look it, I brought it, we used it. Very quickly, I'm going to go through my tools that I brought with you very quickly, because I'll be on 18 minutes already. I'm sorry, folks. Every video I think I'm going, this is going to be a short one, a quick one. I don't do quick. I just don't, okay? I talk and I won't shut up. Eyelash curler, never leave home without it. Love it. Cannot be without it. My one is from Shiseido. Lovely. Not the best one I've ever had, but it's grand. I'm going to use this now under my eyes because I keep weeping. Eco Tools, the new kind of Plant Me sponge. Love it. Gorgeous. Fabulous. And this was from W7. It's called a Shade and Swap Makeup Colour Swapper. So it's essentially a colour switch, but fraction of the cost that that the colour switch is. I think it's like €3 or something. Brilliant. Brushes. So we'll do the face brushes first. Yeah. There's loads of brushes because I can't leave home without them. Use this as a foundation brush. Lovely little Real Techniques small little one. Very handy. This is another Real Techniques one, and I use this one for powder highlighter. There we go, highlighter. This is another lovely little one from Real Techniques, and I use this on the cream, the English cream blusher. Fantastic, works brilliantly. Big huge buffing brush. This is for my bronzer, and just to go whole, blend everything together kind of at the end, just really get in there and kind of get everything to meld together kind of once you're done. And it's great for really packing on the bronzer on the neck and stuff. I absolutely love them. An under eye setting brush. gorgeous, perfect for just getting right in under the eyes, in around the corner of the nose, etc. You know, it just works beautifully. I use this for my concealer, so it's just a lovely size for getting right in under there. This is a duo fiber brush from Blank Canvas. They were all Real Techniques, obviously. This is from a company called Blank Canvas here in Ireland, and it is a duo fiber, so I use that for the Flower Beauty one. So I put the Flower Beauty on the back of my hand, switch this in, and just kind of pat it onto the cheeks. It blends it in lovely. Duo fiber brush. This is from Superdrug. This is just a duo fiber brush, and I use this for the baked bronzer. So I just swirl it around the top of it and then go into my bronzer. And then this is another little Real Techniques one that I used as a powder brush, just as an all over with the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This would just go as an all over little brush. And finally, we are looking at the eye brushes. So I always bring one of these little felt tip eye shadow doodads. Oh lads, words. I just find them brilliant for, do you know the way there's some colours that just don't pick up in the brush, like the Super Shocks. Brilliant. Picks it up, gets it on the lid. Brilliant, love it. Double-ended I always find very handy for travel. So this is again a Blank Canvas, so it's a lovely buffing brush. Is just one is just a little smaller than the other. Love that. Blank Canvas again, little pencil brush on one side, and a flat brush, kind of shader brush on the other. These have to be washed obviously. Tiny little detailer brush. I find because my eyes are small and hooded that I prefer to use kind of smaller, more detailed brushes. So this is great for kind of under the brow and for the inner corner highlight, etc. This is for brows. This is a spoolie on one side and a little brush on the other. So sometimes I find, I don't know, brow pencils can be a bit faffy for me or that, and I like to go in with a powder from my palette that into my brows. I find it just as easy to do as a brow pencil, sometimes even quicker. So I always like to have one of these with me to do that if I need to, or to like pinpoint certain areas that might have a bit of a gap. Another really detailed little one. This is kind of more of a detailed pencil brush, great for the under this part here to really get in there. A Real Techniques, that was from, actually sorry I never said, that's from Crown actually. Picked that one up from Crown brushes. The spoolie was from Primark. They do fantastic little brushes like that. And this is the 238 Luxe Precision Shader from Zoeva. I find Zoeva a great brush company as well. Real Techniques, again, this is a fantastic one for shimmer shades in particular. I find it picks them up really, really well and really gets them onto the eyelid for you without getting a load of fallout, etc. So yeah, I absolutely love those kind of synthetic brushes for shimmery shades. This is another Crown brush, the C528, very small little detailed buffer brush. Again, because my eyes are so small, I get right into the kind of outer corners here with that kind of brush and just get really precision kind of work, because otherwise it just gets very messy for me. And lastly, this is another Primark one. I love this top part here for setting my eyeshadow, and this end then is great for doing a powder liner kind of over that on the eyes. And that is it. That's what I brought with me on my holidays. I know it's a lot of makeup, lads. And I know some of you out there probably bring more. I definitely know some of you out there bring less. It is what it is. I enjoy playing with my makeup when I'm away. Some days I will wear full glam. Other days I won't bother me arse putting on anything. Just the way I am. I hope that this was in some way entertaining for you and that you enjoyed seeing what I brought with me. Maybe you didn't even make it to this part and I'm just talking to nobody but myself and, you know, no, just myself. There's no one else there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye. Slán.